The enormous toll that Russia's military assault on Ukraine is having on the Russian economy could be felt for years to come as the conflict in Ukraine continues. The invasion is currently in its third month, and maintaining it requires around $900 million every day. Exactly why Russia spent a fortune on this? Before we move towards the video, please subscribe to War Explore and press the bell icon. There is an estimation that steep pricing can be attributed to a number of different variables. This covers the expense of paying the Russian soldiers who are now fighting in Ukraine, as well as the cost of providing them with munitions, bullets and rockets, as well as the cost to repair any military equipment that has been lost or damaged. Russia is also responsible for paying for the thousands of vital weapons and cruise missiles that have been used throughout the conflict. The cost of each one of these items is approximately $1.5 million. These numbers do not take into account how much money Russia may have lost as a result of the severe economic sanctions that were imposed on it after it began its invasion in late February. The sanctions might continue to be enforced even if Russia withdraws its soldiers from the region. Russia's obvious advantage in terms of military power, many commentators were of the opinion that it would not take long until Russia completely overran Ukraine. Russia's military efforts up to this point have not yielded very positive results. Its soldiers have been unsuccessful in taking control of Kiev, the capital of Ukraine, and have had difficulty in other important cities as well. Every single action taken by Russian forces has been greeted with a significant amount of opposition from the Ukrainian side. He said that the Russians have not achieved the kind of progress in the Donbas and in the south that we believe they plan to make. We have reason to assume that they are running behind schedule. Both Donetsk and Luhansk are currently held by pro-Russian separatists, and the conflict-ridden Donbas region in eastern Ukraine comprises both of these territories. The Kremlin has been reluctant to provide data about military losses. The failings of Russia come at a significant cost, both monetarily and in terms of loss of life. This is despite the fact that Russia's failures come at a great cost. Direct war-related losses have cost Russia approximately $7 billion. Economic sanctions that were put on the country as a result of the invasion have had disastrous impacts on the country, and it is probable that Russian residents will continue to feel the effects of these sanctions for decades to come. The fall of the ruble, the economy might be pushed back by as much as 30 years. Some experts believe that Russia's standard of living could be lowered for the next 5 years as a result of the economic crisis. A financial think tank that represents corporations in over 70 nations predicted that the country's gross domestic product will likely plummet by 15% this year. The sinking of the Russian cruiser and flagship of the Navy, the Moskva, by Ukraine in April was a significant and devastating blow to Russia. The amount of the damage is believed to be $750 million. Ukraine has been responsible for the destruction of almost 5,000 pieces of Russian equipment since the conflict began. The Moskva has been by far the most expensive target. Russian forces were not striking their intended targets with precision-guided missiles, despite the fact that Russian weapons are extremely expensive. There is a wide range of potential causes, one of which is the incompetence of the operator. The Russian President Vladimir Putin chose May 9th, which is marked as Victory Day in the country and marks the day when Germany was defeated by the Allies, to officially declare war on Ukraine. Russia's invasion Ukraine is now bearing a significant financial burden. The country's economy and infrastructure will require hundreds of billions of dollars to rebuild. An estimate of $600 billion for the amount of money that will be required. In your opinion, when do you think this economic crisis will end? Please share your thoughts in the space provided below. With that, here we come to the end of this video. We sincerely hope that this video was entertaining. We can't do this without you, so please subscribe to our channel and check out more of our fantastic videos.